Right now, the world is teaching you a lesson it never says out loud. If you are soft, you are scenery. If you hesitate, you are furniture. If you're eager to be liked, you will be used. You feel it. People smile and take. Deadlines shift and land on your back. Can you just? Quick question. Tiny change. Every time you make room, you shrink. Every time you explain, your price drops. Every time you wait to be picked, someone else walks past you with your chance in their hands. This is how you are broken. Not in one dramatic blow, in 1,000 polite cuts. So hear this and let it settle. The world doesn't reward the gentle. It rewards the certain. The world won't meet you halfway. It will test what it can take until it hits steel. Ruthless isn't cruelty. Ruthless is refusal to bleed for free. Ruthless is custody of your time, your breath, your terms. Ruthless is the point where your rules weigh more than other people's moods. Machiavelli didn't write about being adored. He wrote about surviving courts where a pause could mean exile. He wrote for people who needed to be effective under pressure, not charming. He wrote the only test that matters. Can you hold your line while the room tries to move you? You will learn to hold your line. You will stop advertising softness. You will build an atmosphere that makes people choose, not chatter. You will become heavy. No. Good things come to those who force the room to decide. Here is how you stop being broken. You replace nice habits with a spine that bends rooms. 4 pillars. Simple to say, hard to fake. Clarity. Gates, choices, consequences. Clarity. You do not defend, you decide. You do not pour paragraphs into fog. You give verdicts. 5 to 7 words. Low tone, final. Scope or date. Rush or standard. Funds Friday. Say it once, then let silence charge interest. Silence is not empty. Silence is a bill. Gates. If everything about you is open, nothing about you is valuable. 2 weekly openings. Publish them. Openings Tuesday 2, Thursday 10. Missed slots move to the back. Reschedules pay. No signer, no meeting. Process follows deposit. Changes are priced or moved to phase 2. Rush exists, but it is triple. Gates do what your old smile could not. They filter the unserious and steady the serious. Choices. Fog is where you get robbed. You cut fog with doors. Any push, any stall, any story, respond with 2 doors and quiet. Make the room choose or make the room end. Both pay you. Consequences. Rules that don't cost anything are bedtime stories. You will run a ladder of calm punishment, and you will climb it without anger. Restate the rule once. Remove access if ignored. Delay their clock if they push. Price the exception if they insist. End if they mock. You don't raise your voice. You don't explain your feelings. You let the law speak through your exit. To those who fed on your softness, yes. To those who produce outcomes, it reads as oxygen. Now set the entrance ritual that flips rooms in 10 seconds. Do it every time you cross a threshold. Office, call, conflict, stage. Pause at the door. Exhale before you speak. Drop your pitch by a note. Hands still. Eyes sweep once. Exits, decision owner, loudest ego. Walk 20% slower than the fastest person there. Then offer doors. Scope or date. Hold 1 beat of silence. Speak as if your words are the end, not the beginning. That is your boot sequence. Run it until your pulse obeys it. Orbit is how you hold the room once you have it. 3 moves. 1 question, 1 echo, 1 end. Say it. Shut up. The room will meet itself out loud and hand you the levers. 1 echo after commitment. Funds Friday. Short, bone dry. Send it in writing. Stop typing. 1 end. If the law is mocked twice, end. We're off mission. Stand. Leave. Exits are sermons. They write the legend you need. Now, fieldcraft. This is how you stop being broken in the scenes that have been eating you alive. We can reduce scope to match your number, or keep scope at my rate. Silence. Repeat once. If they push again, end. We discuss goals, constraints, budget. If they won't name a number, they are not buyers. They are sightseers. That's incorrect. Stand. Leave. What metric and date earn the title? Silence. I'll accept with title and comp or keep current scope. The family poll. Real family bends. I don't do unscoped favors. Outcome and deadline or Tuesday 2, Thursday 10. Love remains. Leak ends. The friend. Pick your brain. Happy to help. The diagnostic is X. If they flinch at the toll, you just avoided a drain disguised as loyalty. Now the hard part. You will feel the old urge to be agreeable crawl up your throat. It will suggest just one more paragraph. It will whisper that endings are rude. It is lying. Endings are medicine. Endings teach the room. Endings protect tomorrow. So you will practice endings until your body stops flinching. Once a week, end something early when the law is mocked. Calm, surgical. Then write one line of law to strengthen the frame that slipped. You need numbers, not moods, because moods get weak when old habits cry. Track 5 metrics every Friday. Pause integrity. 2 beats before questions, 5 after decisions. Gold daily. Door discipline. Percent of asks you answered with a binary first. Goal rising. Signer rate. Percent of meetings with the decision owner present. Goal above 80. Scope seal. Percent of changes priced or moved to phase 2. Goal 100. Exit index. How many meetings ended at the second interruption? Goal non-zero weekly. 2 dips in a row? You're being captured. Correct inside 24 hours. Raise a floor. Add a clause. Close a corridor. End a thread. Publish a stone. Stones? Yes. Replace your speeches with proof. No adjectives. No diary. Your scoreboard will travel further than your defense ever did. Now, write this creed and keep it on your desk where fear can't pretend it forgot. I protect pace, not panic. I protect scope, not stories. I protect money, time plus terms, not approval. I protect law first, then offer warmth. Read it before the room that makes your palms sweat. Your body obeys the last sentence you believed. You will slip. You will over-explain. You will accept a third interruption. You will defend when you should have decided. Good. See it, name it, fix it in a day. Neutralize. Raise the floor. Add the clause. Close the corridor. End a thread. Publish an outcome. This is how you stop being fragile. Not by shouting, by structure. You are not here to be easy to handle. You are here to move pieces. Rooms will stop testing you when they feel the cost of trying. You will stop bleeding when you stop volunteering. Again, lower, slower. Hold 5 seconds of quiet. That quiet is weight. Carry it. You will turn this weight into motion. How to read pressure before it speaks. How to trap choices so both outcomes pay you. How to use absence as discipline, and how to walk into hostile rooms and leave with the pace in your hand. Watch closely. Right now, you think toughness is enough. It isn't. The world doesn't yield to grit, it yields to structure under heat. You installed the pillars in part 1. Clarity, gates, choices, consequences. Now you turn them into motion. You stop reacting and start arranging. You stop explaining and start extracting. You stop being breakable because you stop being available. First, read pressure before it speaks. People announce their next move in tiny leaks. Pace, hedges, tests, and clock talk. Pace. When they speed up, they're either hiding risk or trying to force you into one. Don't match. Slow by a third. Calm exposes need. Translate hedges into ledger. If they can't answer, the meeting is a story hour. You don't perform. These are not asks, they're probes. Answer with doors, not paragraphs. Diagnostic is X. None of these are dates. Demand timestamps. Silence after. Vagueness dies under a calendar. Do a 90-second scan in every room. Who answers first? Status. Who interrupts? Insecurity. Who says we but means I? Shadow owner. Who writes during decisions? Operator. Who asks for value without naming a number? Free rider. Aim your questions accordingly. To the shadow owner. To the value talker. To the operator. To the operator. Now trap choices so both paths pay you. That's real ruthlessness. Boards where every move moves you. The paid diagnostic, fit, is not a chat. Fit is a product. The diagnostic is X. We map objective, risk, scope. If they buy, you get clarity and cash. If they refuse, you saved a week. Both are wins. The pilot island. Partnerships drown in dream talk. Pilot, 30 days, 1 KPI. If they go, you scale with proof. If they know, you leave with evidence. Either way, you have a stone to publish. The expiring offer. Offer expires Friday. If they act, you own tempo. If they stall, you raise your floor and put them on a wait list. You never beg time, you sell it. The scope price gate. Discount is not a debate, it's a fork. We can reduce scope to match your number or keep scope at my rate. If they pick less, margin survives. If they pick full, rate survives. If they pick talk, you end. The one channel law. Corridors breed coups. One channel, one decision. Link the thread. If they keep whispering, you close the corridor. They can't triangulate what you don't attend. Now use silence like a tool, not a pause. Silence after a verdict raises your price and lowers their appetite for chaos. Say your number once. Stop. Count 5 in your head. Let them negotiate with themselves. Say your decision once. Stop. Let the room feel the ending. Silence before a question signals wait. 2 beats, then the question. You just turned a crowd into a court. Silence across days, absence with a clock, teaches better than lectures. Echo once. Funds Friday. Exit for the defined window. Repeat. Your quiet becomes a synonym for progress. People stop poking you for comfort. They start guarding your space so outcomes arrive. Make opponents reveal plans without a fight. 4 tools. Mirror and mute. Repeat their last decisive word as a question, then go quiet. Silence. They will name the number or the excuse. Both are useful. Cold read. Say the move they're angling for. Silence. If you're right, they submit. If wrong, they correct you with the truth you needed. Timestamp. Pull stories onto a calendar. Silence. Fiction shrinks under dates. Owner check. Drag authority into the light. Silence. No signer, no meeting. Your absence will be present until power is. Hostel rooms next. You don't win them by being louder. You win them by installing a court. Entrance. Arrive at O2, not OO. Look once. Exits. Signer, loudest ego. Hand still. Open with a verdict under 7 words. Appoint a judge. Name the case. If there's no owner and no question, the meeting is theater. End. If both exist, issue the ruling. Second interruption? Stand. Leave. Exits teach faster than comebacks. Punish without noise. The ladder of quiet consequence never changes. Restate the rule once. That's phase 2, or an add-on. Remove access. We'll reconvene with the signer. End. We're off mission. No sarcasm, no moralizing. Gravity only. The person who can end without anger becomes the person no one wants to test twice. Turn rejection into demand on autopilot. Map the way back. If cost remains the priority, X fits. Withdraw. No follow-ups, no proof dumps. Vanish into work. Stone, not story. Elevate. Raise your floor for the next opening. Return. Price, don't gloat. New rate is X. Deposit Friday. Now weld this into your body with drills, not pep talks. Reps. The 10-second boot. Every threshold. Exhale. Drop your note. Widen focus. Hands still. Slow step. One tilt. Kill hedges. Name the battlefield. Offer doors. One beat silence. Speak. The door reflects day, weekly. Every ask meets a binary before any sentence. You are training your mouth to lead and your nerves to relax. The monk minute. Before heat. Face a blank wall for 60 seconds. 3 exhales longer than your inhales. Walk in. The silence tax, daily. After every verdict, hold 5 seconds. Say less. Close more. The ending rep, weekly. End one thing early when law is mocked. Calm, surgical. Log it. The paper echo, every yes. Funds Friday. One link, one date, then vanish. If blank, tomorrow is already stealing. Your written voice must match your live voice or the room will price you by the weaker one. Bodies are bone. 2 sentences. One link. One date. Send. Your quiet is already a message. Work is happening. Now the ugly stacks, the ones that used to break you, run without sweat. We can reduce scope to match your number or keep scope at my rate. We discuss goals, constraints, budget. If they chant policy, you answer with yours. Policies are peers. Who owns the decision? If no owner, end. Stand. Leave. Boss moralizing off the record scope laundry. Them. Be a team player. Take more scope now, title later. What metric and date earn the title? Silence. One channel. One decision. I'll accept with title and comp or keep current scope. Thank you for trusting me. Rush review exists. If they can't, outcome and deadline next week, Tuesday 2 or Thursday 10. Love stays. Leak stops. Turn your calendar into a crown so your spine is automatic. 2 windows weekly. Publish Monday morning. Openings, Tuesday 2, Thursday 10. Missed appointment, back of line. Reschedule, fee. Rush, triple. No signer, no meeting. Process follows deposit. Changes, priced or phase 2. One channel for decisions. No retroactive discounts. Net 60 plus 10% per 30 days. This isn't hardness, it's hygiene. Rooms relax around people who don't leak. Prediction index. Percent of meetings where you named owner, budget, constraint, and deadline in the first 10 minutes. Target greater than 80%. Silence lift. Average seconds held after rate, close at or above floor. Target 5 seconds. Closes at/above floor. Gate integrity. Percent of meetings with signer present, percent with deposit before work. Target greater than 80% signer, 100% deposit. Scope seal. Percent of changes priced or moved to phase 2. Target 100. Exit ratio. Half of meetings ended at the second mock/total mocks. 0. After no gravity. Inbound citing outcomes post-decline. Target weekly. Price integrity. Percent of work at or above floor. Percent rush at triple. Target 100%/rising. 2 dips in a row? You're being captured. Correct in 24 hours. Raise a floor, add a clause, close a corridor, end a thread, publish a stone. Scope or date. Speed or price. Best or earliest. Funds Friday. That's phase 2 or an add-on. That's incorrect. We're off mission. If your tongue reaches for just, maybe, I think, sorry, If that makes sense, you are about to sell your piece for approval. Stop. Say the verdict. Hold the quiet. You will slip. Good. Repair in a day. Name the law you broke. Neutralize. Raise the floor. Add the clause. Close the corridor. End the thread. Publish an outcome. This is how you become unbreakable. Read pressure before it speaks. Make curiosity pay toll. Turn every fork into a win. Punish without noise. Let absence work while you sleep. Again. Low. Final. 5 seconds of quiet. You'll fuse all of this into legend. Status without bragging. Punishment that travels. Absence heavier than speeches. And we'll end with the exact command that freezes a room and makes them choose. Watch closely. Right now, most of your life is decided by people who don't even think about you. Not because they hate you, because you were easy to move. They broke you by accident. You fix that by becoming the person rooms organize around. Not by force, by precedent. Precedent is the rumor that saves you time. It's the story people tell each other so they don't waste a meeting fighting your law. You create it on purpose. Start with 5 precedents and hold them until they spread without you. You end at the second interruption or second mock. You never explain price, you negotiate scope. You don't meet without a signer. You don't reveal process before deposit. You publish outcomes, not essays. The whisper becomes a wall. That wall guards your peace. Now you need artifacts, objects that carry your weight when you're asleep. Artifact 1, 1-page policy. 2 windows weekly. 5 rules, 3 doors. Rules: deposit before calendar, no signer, no meeting. Process follows deposit. Rush is triple. Changes are add-ons. Pin it where the world can see it. Anyone who hates the page will hate your process. Good. They leave early. Artifact 2, the paid diagnostic. The diagnostic is X. We map objective, risk, scope. Fit is not a conversation. It's a product. Artifact 3, verdict first offer. Body. Fonts Friday, start Monday. Scope A under constraint B. Rush at triple. No fluff, no diaries, just law. Artifact 4, case law note. No names, no heat. Culture learns faster from rules than from lectures. Artifact 5, stones. Proof is your loudest voice. With precedent and artifacts in place, we weld presence, punishment, and absence so your reputation does most of the work. Presence without noise. Arrive at O2, not 0. Inevitability, not doorbell. Sit where you can see the door and the signer. Phone face down, off. Hands quieter than your sentences. Head tilt once, then still. Open with a verdict in 7 words or fewer. Signer present? Hold 1 beat of silence. You just turn the room to your tempo. Punishment without noise. Run the ladder of quiet consequence every time a line is crossed. Restate the rule once. Remove access. Delay their clock. Price the exception. End. No sarcasm, no moralizing. Gravity only. Rooms respect the person who can end without anger. Absence heavier than speeches. Echo once in writing. Funds Friday. Exit for a defined window. Deliver on schedule. Drop a stone. Repeat. Your silence becomes a signal for progress, not permission. People begin guarding your time because they associate your quiet with results. You'll keep your soul by showing range on purpose. Chosen speed at triple, not panic. Chosen generosity, rare upgrades inside scope, not bribery. Chosen apology, fast specific, not groveling. When you miss, admit an upgrade law. I over-explained. I allowed unscoped tweaks. That's humility that strengthens the frame instead of melting it. Now we build a week that manufactures respect without drama. Monday, gate broadcast. Openings, Tuesday 2, Thursday 10. You just turned your calendar into a crown. Evidence travels where your explanations never could. Thursday, ending rep. End one meeting at the second interruption. Stand, leave. Exits are sermons. Friday, floor tick. Raise one minimum by 5 to 10%. Not loudly, permanently. Repeat for 13 weeks, and people stop asking for special treatment because they finally believe they won't get it. Let's pressure test the ugliest stacks, because that's where legends form. Stack. Rival grandstands. Procurement anchors low. Moderator hunts for drama. Decision Friday. We can reduce scope to match your number or keep scope at my rate. Mock lands. That's incorrect. Stand. Leave. Clip circulate. Your law goes further than your voice. Stack. Boss moralizes, invents team spirit, invites you to the hallway. You. What metric and date earned the title? One channel, one decision. I'll accept with title and comp or keep current scope. Hallways closed. Throne kept. Stack. Family pulls midnight guilt. You. Thank you for trusting me. Rush review exists. If they can't, outcome and deadline next week. Tuesday 2 or Thursday 10. Love stays. Leak ends. That's phase 2 or an add-on. Policy versus policy. Let math negotiate while you stay quiet. Now the ceremonies that make this identity automatic when you're tired. Doorway boot. Every threshold. Exhale. Drop your pitch by a note. Widen focus. Hands still. Walk 20% slower. One tilt. Kill hedges. Just. Maybe. I think. Sorry. Quick one, if that makes sense. Name the battlefield. Decision or definition. Hold one beat of silence. Speak. Two-sentence decree. Every decision. Two sentences. One link, one date. Because is a bribe. Stop paying. Door reflex all day. Every ask meets a binary before a sentence. Repeat once. If they refuse twice, end. We're off mission. One question, silence. Reality appears. Silence tax, in pressure. 5 seconds after verdicts. 2 seconds before questions. Tempo is your leash. Hold it. Ending rep. Daily if you can, weekly at minimum. And one thing early when law is mocked. Calm. Surgical. Stand. Leave. If blank, tomorrow is already stealing. Your written voice must match your live voice or you'll be priced by the weaker one. Bodies are bone. 2 sentences. One link. One date. Send. Your quiet is already a message. Work is happening. Numbers keep you honest when nostalgia for being nice tries to crawl back in. Keep the 7 every Friday. Pause integrity. 2 beats before questions, 5 after decisions. Target daily. Door discipline. Percent of asks you answered with a binary first. Target rising. Signer rate. Percent of meetings with the decision owner present. Target above 80. Scope seal. Percent of changes priced or moved to phase 2. Target 100. Exit ratio. Second mocks that ended the meeting divided by total mocks. 0. After no gravity, inbounds referencing outcomes you posted post-decline. Target weekly. Price integrity. Percent of work at or above floor. Percent of rush at triple. Target 100%/rising. 2 dips in a row? You're being captured. Correct inside 24 hours. Raise a floor. Add a clause. Close a corridor. End a thread. Publish a stone. Scope or date. Speed or price. Best or earliest. Funds Friday. That's phase 2 or an add-on. That's incorrect. We're off mission. Say them until your mouth forgets how to beg. Say them until your pulse slows when someone tests you. Say them until people stop asking for exceptions because your exceptions always have a price. Write your law on one page and put it where fear can't pretend it forgot. Deposit before calendar. No signer, no meeting. 2 windows weekly. Rush is triple. Process follows deposit. Changes are add-ons. 1 channel for decisions. Meetings end at the second interruption. Read it before the rooms that used to shake you. Your body obeys the last sentence you believed. This is how you become ruthless in the way that keeps you human. Law first, warmth after. Endings that cost. Clocks that hold. Doors that force decisions. Silence that builds. Absence that works. You won't become cruel. Cruelty is a hobby for the insecure. You'll become inevitable. Inevitable is what rooms call people who don't leak. Say the creed low and final, so your bones accept it as normal. I don't sell my peace to buy your approval. I don't sell my hours to buy your hope. I don't sell my standards to buy your story. I choose terrain, I choose timing, I choose terms. Exhale. Hold 5 seconds of quiet. That quiet is the cost people now feel when they mishandle you. Final command. Like this video if you're done being careful in a world that rewards final. Subscribe if you're ready to become the person they can't rush, can't price down, and can never move without your consent. Because you set the rules, keep the pace, and end what disrespects the mission. Because this isn't self-help, this is war.